LocalSupport client meeting prep. Just get it ready for the client meeting. LocalSupport. Let's get the screen share on. So, and move that out of the way. So that was last week's meeting. Let's create a new one. Meeting 106. Gosh, it's starting to get up there. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. So I'll do what I usually. There must be a better workflow for this, but what I seem to do is copy over the things from the previous stuff there. Do I want the old ones as well? Yes, there's turning this into a real charity. Maybe I will do that over Christmas. Okay. So let's get that in there in our Mercury editor. So let's check in on these things. Yeah, so basically, I mean, we've got some more input from the do it people. Actually, this isn't it. It was meeting time sort of file ticket do it. That was done. I mean, that's sort of. I'll just put that in as done. Okay, so it's the usual view. I don't think we've got anything completely new to show the client. Let's go to the tracker again. Those ones have been deployed. Is that now? Is there a pull request in for this? Yeah, is that one already gone through there, and that was merged quite a long time ago? Make privacy for that. Right, it is done. Right. Yes, I think I probably was. MVC. No, Michael. Seems like I was. So right. So this is the image of how it used to be. So this is already on the server, right? That was that they were just all blur like that. Okay. So if we now look at, if we go to the live site and we look at an individual thing there, and we click on to be logged in as the admin, and we click edit. So yes, that's, you know, these are reflecting. No, wait a sec. But this is from what was it in the proposed edit thing, right? So it's not there. Admin, all proposed edits. So we do have a proposed edits. There we go. Is that in there? Okay, let's go back to the issue. In proposed edit for Simon, private fields are still shown with a public toggle. But so, oh no, that's when you propose the edit, right? So that's a proposed. So I need to log. Right. So we've got somebody who is potentially proposing an edit to. So we need to be logged out in here. We want to go to this. Okay. So now we need to be logged in with somebody else. Okay. Yeah. Maybe log in as an individual user. So that's my thing. But if we go and look at all of the organizations in there, then in principle we can pose an edit there. Okay. So right. So that looks like that is working. Right, but maybe the private ones shouldn't be showing up. Okay. Right. Looks like that is deployed. So I will click deliver. Although it seems like this, creates a security hole. We need to fix, or that like this highlights a security hole that we need to fix. Is another bug? We've got a bug report for that already. Boom. Okay. No, I don't think we do. Okay. All right. So I think I'll have to open a new one for that. So we've got a bug. Proposed edit process allows access to private fields. I guess it depends, or does it? Is that because info@adventures.org is we've got now we've got these other different types of admins, haven't we? So let's do Heroku run Rails console minus R production. We've got the super admin and the site admin. So maybe the site admin gets access to the private fields and the other ones wouldn't. And maybe the proposed edit is only accessible to the site admin. Could do with some diagrams of these different things. Can be a different domain model. Or is this functionality only available to someone with site admin privileges? I don't know, we're asking me that. Let's at least deliver that. Editing postcode does not appear to trigger the geocode event. Right. It seems like we are out of sync here. I'll double check. Okay, so we've got this one. Has it been? Do we get a history on that ticket? Not the postcode. Review on that. I didn't even look at that with the client since it was above. And okay, and then this one, that, yeah. So yeah, Alexander's working on that. Okay. Okay. Right. So I was over here. I just want to work out if we got user find by email info. Let's make that bigger. Info at agileventures.org. So that person is a site admin. So if I could just, for example, to make the user be that, we could say user site admin equals false. User save. And then if we go back and reload this page, it is a site admin, but they still have, or log in and log out again, log out, log in, sign in there. I want to go to a different organization. Yeah, we still have propose and edit, so I think it is a security flaw. Rats. Okay, so I want to go back here. Let's put that back in. User site admin equals true. User save. Okay, I think I'm right about that. Okay, so it seems like the proposed edit feature might allow users to see each other's private details. Something only site admin and super admins should be able to do. So where's that gone? Does it put it down there? Yeah, okay, so I'm going to put that in there. Okay, I just checked, and even as a normal user, seems like proposed edit framework can expose data that it should not related bug tickets. Okay. Right. Ooh. Okay. So, anything else we need to do? So I think we've. So we've got a new bug ticket filed there from that. Oh yes, right. So I need to. We've got the. Where's it gone? We need this. Can be my Agile Ventures. We've got from Hope new information. So one, we've got a contract for this this whole thing, right? Which I guess I will be reading. Okay. This is to access their API. So, okay, so she's showing me now how to do a different kind of query for volunteers. Right, but she's saying that is not working. The URLs are out of it. You know, we now work on API. Why is she showing me the blitz.org? Okay. Okay. Okay, well, I'm confused here. So we had this other document which said about API do it, do hyphen it. Okay, and so this one we should somehow be able to Oh, and let's try out the location there. The process of getting a location. Oh no. Aha. Not found. V1 needs a V1 in it. V1. Oh, okay. Ooh, what's that? Aha. Okay. Okay. Locations. Name. Harrow. Hmm. It's explained like this in our help documentation. Where is the? Can I just do? Postcode or something, and it gives me the hell. Okay. Okay. So we can't have direct contact to the development team. So, well, anyway, the one she's saying is state name equals Stevenage. Okay, so Stevenage, for some reason there, name comes up with it. But so Harrow. Okay, that works. Okay, something changed. All right, right. So then I get an ID. Okay. So then we can build another thing about, we can find the opportunities around, do this with curl in each case. So we want to find all of the opportunities within to my opportunities location ID. Okay. Okay. Okay, we seem to have found them around Stevenage, but I have to take the ID. Right, that was opportunities around Stevenage, and here we have opportunities around Harrow. Aha! Yes. This is what we want. Okay, so I guess the question for so that's in our help documentation. Where is the help documentation? That's the question. So we need to, let's put that in. Okay, so we've got a working, put that into the notes. That was last week's notes, which we don't need. Okay. Okay. So we've already got an action item. That should be old action items. There's always an action item for that, which is okay. Apply to hope. Get location of help documentation. Right. But so we've got the gender book collaboration, and I guess we've got Harrow opportunities, and then I can turn it into a link. Okay. So that actually is quite an important step forward. All right. Well, let's send the link to the client. Join us now. I think we are prepared. Okay. So that's that. Okay, so now, so we have, so well, the reason I'm looking at this, for those of you who might be watching, is that we have in our site, we have a volunteer section, which is, you know, has a few little volunteers in it. In principle, we can use this API to pull in you know, volunteers from the national Do It site, which would just make this, you know, a lot more manageable. Okay. So I think we are prepared. Let me review the things that we're talking about. Okay. So the Do It configuration, usual review. Yep. Okay. So then I guess while I'm waiting for Rachel, I'll just have a look through the contract. Here we go. Right. Yes, because we're not a company limited by guarantee, so we'll have to address that. Okay. Right, we're going to use the Powered by Do It mark. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. Intellectual rights. Trademarks. I don't know. Okay. Not generate revenue or income. Do It Trust agrees to allow customers revenue share. Okay. Right. Gosh, these things difficult to read. Hello, Rachel. Hello. 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 How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Yes. Yeah. Right. Well, here we go, and we're already recording, so it's all. Yes, I've just been preparing. I was just looking through the agreement from the Do It Trust, but anyway, yes. Let's review our outstanding action items from last time. Here we go. Oh, anything particular to add to the agenda today?
No.
Nope. Good show. So yes, I mean our usual things. I guess I'll try and get this sorted out over Christmas. How's your funding request going?
So, yeah, I've looked more into it. I think I need to ring them because I get the impression what it is they link you with, like, as a voluntary organisation with somebody from a worshipful company like information technologists who work with you.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you can apply for a grant without being linked. So I just need to clarify that.
Okay.
So I need to give them a call. So I've been meaning to this week, just not got round to it.
Right.
I will. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds like slow and steady progress there. Yes. Well, I get the related. You'll let me know if you need pricing for an event, Epic. So I have been following up with Hope, and Hope's now replied to me this time with a contract attached, which I think you've also got a copy of the contract. You see that? Was that email?
I saw the email.
Yes.
I thought it's quite technical. Let me bring it up.
Yes. So in the email, so actually the technical problem has been resolved through that email. So that's, you don't need to worry about that particularly. But the contract which she'd referenced in the previous email and she didn't attach, she attached to this email. So I was just looking through that contract. I've got that here. So that's probably it looks. I mean, basically, it's saying that if we're gonna display volunteer opportunities on our websites, then we need to have a link back to their doit.org thing. And
okay.
I mean, I haven't totally taken it apart, but it seems sort of. I mean, it's also like if we were gonna run advertising on our site, and we would, on the pages that displayed their stuff, then we would need to work out an agreement of revenue share. Or anyway, I think probably important that you read the thing in detail.
Because I guess if you have to sign in as far as.
Yeah, so what they've got at the moment, the contract is set up to say that it's between the Do It Trust to them as a registered charity, and then between both Agile Ventures and Voluntary Action Harrow in partnership. And they've got us both down as a company limited by guarantee. Are you a company limited by guarantee?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, Agile Ventures is not a company limited by guarantee. I mean, my plan is to sort of register it as a charity. So I mean, maybe in some ways it makes more sense to have the agreement directly between Voluntary Action Harrow and Do It Trust rather than necessarily involving me. I mean, I guess I will discuss with her that issue. I mean, I'm kind of, the whole reason for me wanting to go the charity route rather than the company route is that I am sort of assuming that that if we're a company limited by guarantee, then I'm going to have to pay like about £1,000 a year to submit, proper and full accounts, which well, maybe I should just go ahead and
well, I mean, charities are expected to submit accounts as well. I mean, I don't think it needs to cost that much.
No, I guess, yes, I mean, talking to Steve, I mean, there's these things about these CICs, and there's companies, and you put in your, I think partly like what you guys have done. I mean, you're like specifically a cooperative, and then there's all these other different forms.
Yeah.
And I'm reading on the government website about these things like the Woodcraft folk and the Scouts and the whatever are just organisations, and they have a different legal status and so on. Yes. Anyway. Anyhow, so anyway, do have a look at the contract, and we can work.
Yeah, I think it probably makes more sense that it comes between us and them, because the website is registered in our name, isn't it?
Yeah, and we're doing this for you. I mean, I don't know that they're necessary. I mean, as long as they're happy to like refer the technical issues, they may say, oh well, no, if it's only VH, then we must do all our technical conversations through Rachel, and we're going to go put our head on our hands. Anyway, we'll see.
Conversation.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll have a look at that. What was I going to say?
Okay. I
was going to say, the key thing from the additional information that she sent me is that I'm now able to do the kind of search that we want to do, which is like this. So there's like a location ID for Harrow, which I now have. And we can basically search for opportunities within a certain number of miles radius from that thing. Yeah. So we have here, look, we have, basically this is now, I mean, it's in this particular format here that, actually, it's interesting. That's in XML format. I thought they were supposed to be sending it to us in JSON format, but anyway, I guess they probably, let's see. Yeah. Anyway, doesn't really, the format doesn't really matter. The important thing, the important thing is that we're getting back data here that we can process. That in principle, that data can be, like we're I don't know actually how many we've got in this list here. Total, there's 176 items within 2 miles of Harrow. Let's have a look if we do 128 miles. I wonder, let's do like, yes, so that we get down to a relatively small number of items, but the key thing being that we can take each, in like the items here that has a single volunteer opportunity with some, whoever on contact details and so on, and we could in principle be feeding them into this map, much like the Your Square Mile thing does. Yeah. So that's nice to see. So that's definitely a big step forward there. Was there something else I was going to say? Yeah, she mentions that there is a technical team, but basically all communication should go through her. So, but that's fair enough. We're making good progress there. Yes, and I mentioned that Steve is CC'd on this, and I mentioned it to Steve, and he's getting. Well, Steve is always quite excited, but he seems to be getting more excited about this. Particularly, he's got something with the council, and the council want to have like a centralized volunteering thing for Harrow. And yes, so I think he's going to be speaking to you about. I think he is hoping that rather than an entirely new website being built for that, he's hoping that our website might be able to serve as that, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you heard much from Steve recently or anything about that?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen quite a lot, but it's the usual Steve whirlwind. And
yeah, he's got so many things going on. It's
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think I'm not getting my hopes up. I mean, he was mentioning something about that there's like I was sort of assuming that all volunteering opportunities, you know, we're going to go through to do it, and then he was saying like, oh, the council has its own separate, you know, volunteering thing, which is like with their own and that anyway. But I think it's clearly to all of our benefits if it can be consolidated in one location, all the different streams of volunteering. So
yeah, I mean, hopefully this is the idea of this, isn't it? Because we do know there are a number of, there's Do It and there's Team London and there's,
right,
you know, if the council have got their own one,
yes,
then if they don't want to move to Do It, then this could be the solution. Really.
that's right. Yes, we could, and then similarly, and particularly if we can demonstrate we can do it for the volunteering, then in terms of doing the same sort of thing for events, people
Yeah.
go, oh well, anyway. There we go. Cool. So that moves us on to the usual review. So we've had various volunteers doing things. We've got sort of activity going on. Not so many. A number of things have been started, but not so many things to show. One thing that let me find it. So I think that this went out a little while ago, but just let's go back to here in the site. Oh, okay, and here we're logged in as Info and Adventures. So one thing that we had noticed was in the propose and edit setup that the public and private toggles were not being reflected, that they were just sort of all set arbitrarily to public. I mean, it wasn't, you know, just this view, I mean, related to the propose edit, when you propose and edit, was not was just kind of like, these were arbitrarily all set to on. And I mean, they're all kind of grayed out because when you propose an edit, obviously you can't change other people's things. But so we had the edit go through, and so I think we've now got it set up so that this, even though it's still grayed out and you can't change them, it now accurately reflects, for example, that for this organization, in their main listing, their full address and their phone number are not public, as we have it. I think, you know, by default, they're not set as public. But what I noticed now as a result of having deployed this is that I think we allow any user to propose an edit. So yeah. I think there's a little bit of a security hole here, in as much as, you know, I mean, it's not going to be visible to anybody just browsing the site generally. But if you propose an edit, then in principle you can see the that other information.
Okay. Yeah.
And potentially even propose an edit and change it. I think that's functionality we would like to have available to the site admin, who are somebody like who you might have as a volunteer, who, you know, you've approved as doing this. But for the general user logged in, they shouldn't be able to see these things, should they?
No.
So I've filed a bug report for that, and we'll prioritize that. What I was also noticing was, so I was looking at this, it was all in the context of the proposed edit thing. We do have a couple of proposed edits here that don't seem to have been reviewed. So there seems to be like a renaming of this. I guess that's a church there or something.
Yeah.
So I guess that's probably something that you maybe hadn't seen.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So you might want to...
Have I missed an email, or is there not an email?
Well, it may be that there's not an email notification, in which case that's something else that we need to prioritize. I mean, this one we've got, this is it actually looks like there isn't any change.
That's been done by somebody.
Within, I mean, this might have been, I forget, that volunteer that you had a little way back when. But yes, I mean, we do have, I mean, we continue to work on various email notification things. That's not what I want to look at. Illicit was, why have I killed the, oh no, here it is. Let's get rid of that and that. Yes, so let's just search for the outstanding things there. Yes. Anyway, I'll make sure that there's, we obviously we need emails to the admin when proposed organization, when the organization is proposed. For that already. We've got alert or propose. It's not. It's proposed edits, isn't it? proposed edits. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll add a ticket for that. Let me just at least put the. So we've got email alert to admin when edit is proposed. Yes, and it puts it down there. Okay, I'll follow more details a bit later. Okay. So anyway, at least the I mean, this is the toggles being correct. I imagine that you're willing to accept that that's now working.
Yeah.
As much, at least that problem has been removed. We have, of course, obviously exposed a different problem, which I failed the bug for, and I will take that. Let's increase the priority of that to top so that gets worked on next. Yeah, and then otherwise, things are basically in the same sequence that they are. Did we have the stories being started? Yeah, so Marion started working on. Yeah, this is just part of the process when you are declining the this is my organization request, that it doesn't necessarily delete the requesting user. It just sort of says, so it was a bit aggressive in its declining them by deleting them at the same time. So yeah, she's got a fix for that, and we're just working through that. So that might be available next week. We'll see. And then so next on the list of the features is this volunteer location different from org location. But I guess what I will add in is a story which is add do it volunteer items to the volunteer view.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, there's some different ways that we could go about doing that. But I mean, in the sort of superficial one is that we just add them with the same icon and they just sort of appear there. I guess, I mean, that's what we might carefully go through there. I mean, obviously we can add the do it logo or whatever down here. We might carefully go through their contract about maybe they want them specifically displayed with a different icon.
Yeah, in a way, it might be nice to have it saying do it, but
yeah.
I guess somebody that doesn't know.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, the interesting thing is, I mean, we've got your square mile. We've got those various volunteering opportunities that we've put in there. Are they all a bit out of date now?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I don't think at the moment it's been used that much. So I think once we've got the do it stuff on, maybe we can have a clean up of that stuff.
Yes, absolutely. I was just gonna, but certainly from your point of view, this this sort of model. I mean, if we were to replicate something like this, then you'd be pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put that kind of in there as an indicator of. So I think this is using the old Do It API there, and
yeah.
So
it doesn't work at all now, does it? Because it's
maybe not. Yes, that's right. So then that's the obviously that site there. So client likes it is done in your square mile. I want to kind of add that visibility. I'll put the link to it. It's gone. Here it is. Okay. Yes. I'll just put that in there, and that's moved it down to here. So yeah, I mean that's okay. So is there anything anything else that we need to? I mean, the priorities seem relatively clear. I mean, we've got various new volunteers coming in, and I'm trying to get them to focus on, fixing and cleaning up, in order to make it easier to push out new features. But yeah, have we covered everything we need to cover? Yeah, cool. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess what I will do is add in here some action items for us. Where have we gone? I've got to reply to that's me, and then I guess we've got something for both of us, which is here, which is review contract. Do it. Yeah, I think we're we're done then, are we?
Yep, sounds
Cool.
good.
Great.
All right. Thanks,
Nice
Sam.
one. All right. Yes, I'll see you. I mean, I think I'm gonna have to be working in London all week next week. But so yeah, I mean, that wouldn't make too much difference since we're in this habit of doing the remote thing. So probably same time next week. Yeah. Look forward to catching up with you then. All right.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye.